All right, good morning, everyone. So we're going to get started with our gentle yoga this morning. And we're going to start seated on the floor. I do recommend using like a folded blanket, towel, small pillow, something like that, so you can raise your hips up just an inch or two off the floor. And what you'll find is that helps you to sit up with a nice straight back so that your shoulders are back and relaxed. Because if you don't use something under your hips, we tend to do kind of like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it rounds out the lower back and it becomes uncomfortable. If you are not comfortable sitting like this cross-legged, it is okay to stretch your leg out. You can even do both legs. Sometimes if my knees or hips are a little tight, I might sit something like this. All right, so feel free to get comfortable on the floor and stretch a leg out if you need to. All right. And we have a lot of faces here today, so I'm really glad that you're able to join us. And those of you that don't know me, my name is Candace, and I actually teach in our media studies department as well. So I'm faculty at Palomar College. So, and I just happen to also, I've been doing yoga for, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but for a long time. Into the decades. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so being able to share this with you is the highlight of my week too. All right, so comfortable seated posture. I want you to close your eyes. And let's just start by becoming aware of the sounds in the room. That's a nice way to kind of withdraw your awareness or attention from any thoughts that are going on or any activity. And just bring your awareness to any sounds. And next, withdraw your awareness from the sounds and notice your body. You want to lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through your neck, through the top of your head. And then relax any tension down through the forehead, around your eyes. Relax your nose, your cheeks. Relax the corners of your mouth and your jaw. And down through the neck and throat and the shoulders. Relax down the arms to your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath. Relax any tension in your upper back and shoulders, your heart center, chest and lung area. Down through the abdomen, through your lower back. Relax your hips, all the way down the legs to your feet and toes. So you're just scanning through the body from the head to the toes, letting go of tension. It's also a nice way to put yourself to sleep at night, is to scan your body, scan through the body and relax. So now I want you to withdraw your awareness from the body and let's just focus on the breath. So you're going to notice your inhalation and your exhalation, and in your mind, count to yourself the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. See if you can even out your breath. So if it takes you to the count of 7 to inhale, exhale to the count of 7. Okay, whatever count works for you. And you're just inhaling and exhaling through the nose, and you're not holding the breath at any point, just nice and easy. Good, and now with your next exhale, let's bring the chin forward slowly, hang your head down. Draw your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. So you feel that stretch to the back of your neck and to your shoulders. And now slowly roll your head to one side. And just let the ear hang toward the shoulder. Relax your jaw. And let your head roll around to the back. Jaws relax, let your head hang back. And over to the other side. And then back down to the front. All right, let's do a few circles. Inhale as you roll your head to the back. Exhale as you roll your head back to the front. And do about 3 circles to each side. All right, keep your jaw relaxed. If you clench your teeth, release, kind of separate the teeth a little bit. All right, when you're done with your neck rolls, just let your head hang down. And then let's clasp the hands together and lay them gently on the back of your head. So you're going to add a little weight to the stretch and hold. And bring your head back up to center. Put one hand on your head, the other one on the leg. Gently draw the ear toward the shoulder and hold. Feel kind of draw down gently with the opposite shoulder to increase that stretch. And then let's switch sides. Put your left hand, or your opposite hand, I should say, on your head. Gently draw the ear toward the shoulder. And you're gently drawing down with that opposite shoulder, right? Good, and let your head come back to center. And then eyes are open. And then let's look back and forth from side to side, stretching through the neck. All right, and let your head come back to center. Okay, so we're working on the neck and now the shoulders we want to loosen up. So let's have the arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up. Clasp your hands together. Turn the palms upward. And then exhale, lean to one side. And inhale as you come up. And then exhale over. Good. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. And let's come right back to center and draw back slightly with the arms and then let your fingertips touch. Inhale as you exhale, let your arms come out and down. We're going to clasp the hands behind your back and then gently roll your shoulders back. Good. And you can even raise your hands just slightly behind your back to increase that stretch. Good. And relax. And then let's reach forward. Fingertips touch your shoulders. Take your elbows in and back and around. Nice big circles. And let's change direction. Good, and relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock those feet in and out to relax your hips. Relax your knees. Good. All right. So we've stretched the neck, the shoulders. Now we're going to work on the back, loosening up through the hips, the lower back, the shoulders. And I like to start with the cat-tail, dog-tail stretch. So if you have if you're on a hard floor, especially, and you want extra padding, you can use your blanket under your knees or your towel. And let's put the hands directly underneath the shoulders. You always want to spread your fingers wide so the palms are flat on the mat. And you always want your middle finger pointing straight ahead. So you don't want to rotate the hands out or in any way, okay? Knees about hip distance. So when you're ready, tuck your chin in. Round your back and shoulders and just stretch. You're exhaling. Good. And then arch your back, look up and take a nice deep breath in. Just breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale, tuck your chin in. Round your back and shoulders, and then inhale as you arch and look up. Exhale. And inhale. Okay, let's do one more. And then inhale. As you exhale, bring your hips back toward the heels, excuse me, and bring your forehead towards the mat and reach out through your fingertips. So it doesn't matter if the hips actually touch the heels. It's more that you're rounding out that back. And if it feels good to rock just a little bit from side to side, you can add that in. Nice deep breath. Good. I like to add in the downward facing dog here. And so what we're going to do is you're reaching out in front of you. You want your hands just a little bit wider than the shoulders. So you can move that small finger towards the edge of your mat and come up onto your hands and knees. Let your toes curl under. You're going to lift your hips. Knees are slightly bent. Go ahead and stretch your chest back towards your legs. And you can add a runner stretch where you bend one knee, push the opposite heel toward the mat, and alternate your legs. This will stretch out your calves. Again, the palms are flat on the mat, fingers spread wide, and you're pressing into the floor to lengthen through the arms and through your back and forth. All right, let's bring the shoulders forward and the knees touch down. So you're going to sit over towards the left heel. So you're sitting a little bit to the left, and then twist and reach over to the right. And then just let your head hang and hold. Nice, slow, deep breaths. This is a really good stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. It gets into that lower back area. Maybe you might feel it through the shoulders. Nice deep breath. All right, let's come back up onto the hands and knees. We're going to switch over. So we're going to sit towards the right heel and twist over to the left and stretch. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Imagine that with each exhale, you go just a little deeper into the stretch. It's like your body is starting to open up. Letting go of all that tension, all the stress. Good, and we're going to come back up onto the hands and knees. Let's slide the left knee forward. So your left knee comes up between your fingertips. So you're going to take that left heel and just turn the foot in. So the heel is by your right hip bone. And then just stretch your right leg back just a little bit further. That way you can increase the stretch. So we're going to look forward, inhale. And then as you exhale, come on down, and you can rest like this on the elbows or forearms, or you can put one arm on top of the other and just put your forehead down onto your forearms. And we're going to hold. And again, go back to focusing on the breath. If it feels good to rock just a little bit in this posture, you can kind of do that. For me, that helps to kind of relax my back and my hip and increase the stretch. And again, let's go back to focusing on the breath. So the breath is nature's remedy for stress, right? When your breath is slow, deep, relaxed, you automatically just feel better, right? And so as you go through your Hatha yoga class, the exercise that we're doing, we're also going to be paying attention to our breathing. All right, let's bring the chest up. Put your hands firmly on the mat. Okay, go onto the ball of the back foot, lift your knee off the mat and step your left foot back. And you're right back into this downward dog and just stretch. Good, and then bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. Let's slide the right knee all the way up. You can turn that heel in, stretch your left leg back and just relax your back foot. Inhale as you look forward, and then exhale as you come on down. And again, you can rest on the forearms or put your forehead down all the way down into your hands, whatever feels comfortable for you. And relax. Nice deep breath, inhale and exhale deeply. All right, bring the chest up, hands firmly on the mat. One more time. We're going to step it back into that downward dog and stretch. This is a great one for building some arm and shoulder strength, but it's also a good stretch for your spine. You're going to feel it in your legs. Good. And let's bring the shoulders forward, knees down to the mat. Let your hips go back to your heels again. Okay. And when you're resting in this posture, you can open and close your fingers, your fists a couple of times to stretch out those wrists and hands. So we're also building strength in the wrists and hands, especially since most of us are on the computer a lot. This is a good way to strengthen that. And let's go ahead and come up onto our knees. We're in a kneeling posture for a moment. We're going to stretch the toes. You want to lean forward, let your toes curl under. And if you're comfortable sitting on your heels, do that. If that's painful or uncomfortable, lean forward and take some of the pressure off. Okay, but we're going to stretch the feet as well. Another important part of the body to stretch. Right? All right, from here, you're going to come to a standing posture. So use your hands to help you. You can just take your blanket or towel if you're using one, just slide it off to the side and come up to standing. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit so you can see me. All right, so let's come to a standing posture. We'll do some standing poses. We want the feet about hip distance apart, toes pointing straight ahead, hands on the hips. Let your knees be soft, kind of relaxed. Okay, you're not going to lock the knees. And start by leaning forward, roll around to the back as you inhale. Exhale as you come back to the front. So you're just following the breath. Let's change direction. Good. Inhale as you exhale, fold into your front bend, let your arms hang. Let your head hang. We're going to sway from side to side. So you can either hang your arms down, or if you prefer to cross your arms, that's fine too. Just sway a little bit from side to side. Keep your knees soft. All right, we're going to bend the knees, reach to the floor in front of you, come down into your squat. Okay, so an opposite stretch from that front bend. And then we're going to go back into the front bend. Good, and then back down to a squat. And one more time, let's go back into the front bend. All right, bring your chest up, hands to the hips, inhale as you come on up. So now I'm going to have you support your back. Just place the heel of the hands right under your rib cage. Fingers point towards the floor. Feet about hip distance, and you're going to lift through the chest and just gently lean back. You're supporting your back, and then bring yourself back up to standing. All right, now let's draw the feet closer together. So either a couple of inches apart or your big toes can touch, whatever feels comfortable for your legs, and arms slightly out to the side. So this is our Tadasana mountain pose. You look like a mountain peak. Inhale, reach out and up. Let your fingertips touch, reach to the ceiling, and now gently lean to one side as you exhale. Push out on that opposite hip and stretch. Inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale as you come up. And exhale. All right, let's come back to center. Now we're going to move through a sequence. So we're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your arms out and fold right down into your front bend. Bring your hands under the front of your legs. So either onto the, I'll turn sideways, either onto the shins or onto your thighs. I want you to draw your chest forward, and that flattens out that lower back. And inhale. Exhale as you fold. And now inhale, reach and come all the way up. Stretch, and then bring your hands back to your heart as you exhale. Okay, so we're moving from posture to posture following the breath. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you fold. Hands on the legs, draw the chest forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach and come on up. And back to the heart. Good. You're keeping the lips closed as you breathe, but let your teeth be slightly apart. Let the jaw be relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. You kind of hear a slight sound with your exhale, like kind of like the mouth is hollow because we want the face relaxed. Inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, back to the heart. So we're going to do this sequence. It's called Vinyasa several times, and I want you to follow your breath. So I'll still walk you through it. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And I really want you to focus on your breathing. Inhale as you draw the chest forward. Exhale. Inhale, reach and come on up. Back to the heart. And let's add one more sort of element to this sequence. And we're going to practice being in the moment. It's called Nityananda. So just see if you can stay present, aware, and you're noticing the sound of your breathing. Notice the sound of my voice. Notice the movement of your body, the breath. And even notice the thoughts. Notice your thoughts as they come up in your mind. All right, we're going to do one more sequence. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you fold. Halfway up, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on up. Inhale. And back to the heart. Exhale. Good, and just pause for a moment and relax. Relax your arms, bend your knees, relax your legs. All right, and so you'll notice as you do that sequence that your breath starts to deepen. Maybe it gets a little easier to move through that front bend because your body's warming up, and it can be a meditation through movement by focusing on the breathing and staying in the moment. So even if you only have 5 minutes in the morning, if you do that sequence, that's a good way to sort of get yourself centered. Okay, let's do some balance. This is another great way to start the day, is to practice, or even during the day, to practice a little bit of balance. So let's do that. We want the hands on the hips. Let's have the feet about hip distance apart, and you get to pick which leg you want to start on. We generally have one side that's a little easier to balance on than the other, so you decide. So you're going to shift your weight to one leg, hips stay forward, the knee turns to the side. And you can balance with your toes on the mat the whole time. You're still balancing. Okay. Or bring that foot above your ankle and you can balance in this posture. Or you can bring your foot up above your knee. I have to help my foot up, but you can draw it up. You don't want the foot on the knee. You want it below or above the knee. And if you do bring it up, you have to tighten your buttock and standing leg to push that foot and thigh together. All right. Find something to stare at. And then when you feel like you've got some balance, you can bring your hands either here to the heart, right? Some students like to raise their arms above their head. You can touch the fingertips or just leave them open. I balance the best with the hands of the heart, so whatever works for you. Allow your breath to deepen. Relax any tension in your face. Relax your gaze. And if you come out of the pose, just go back into the pose. And inhale, as you exhale, slowly come down on that side. And we're going to switch over. You can start with the hands and the hips. Hips are forward, knee turns to the side, toes on the mat. You can balance right here, the foot on the floor, or bring your toes on the floor, or bring the foot above your ankle, or bring the foot above your knee. Relax your gaze. Find something to focus on. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring the hands down, bring your leg down. All right, feet about hip distance. Go ahead and fold into your front bend. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. Sway a little bit from side to side. Let go of all the tension through the backs of the legs, all the way down your spine, through the back, through the top of your head. All right, let's bend the knees, get the hands to the floor, and come down into your squat. And from here, we're going to sit down. So use your hands to help you come down to a seated posture. And then go ahead and just stretch your legs out and turn a little bit. Okay, rock your feet in and out. All right, let's do a seated exercise. I like to do this one called the cradle pose. It's one of my other favorites. So you're going to bend one leg like this, and the foot will go into either the opposite hand, or you can bring it up into the elbow. wrap the other arm around like this. So you're cradling your leg and you're just going to gently rock your hip from side to side. Try to sit up tall and just move that leg from side to side. And you can even gently pull the leg in and just hold. And inhale, and then as you exhale, let's place that foot right across the upper thigh. Your knee will be up. Put your hand on your knee and very gently bounce that hip. Bounce that knee up and down. Good. And then from here, we're going to take this bent leg, cross it over your straight one. Okay, so I'm going to give you two variations. One, you can keep this bottom leg straight. You took your opposite leg, crossed it over, and you're going to lean forward. Or you can take this bottom leg and tuck it under like this. So it kind of looks like this, where the feet are going out to the side. And you have one knee on top of the other. Some of you might be a little more open like this, where the knees might not be lining up, but you still are going to get a good stretch. So you've got a couple of variations you can pick from. Sit up tall, inhale, as you exhale, lean forward. And we're going to soften into that stretch using the breath in 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. And then slowly bring your chest up. That's under the legs. We're going to do the other side. So let's take the other foot, put it into your hand or the elbow, wrap your arm around, rock that hip gently from side to side, sit up nice and tall. Good. Let's stop the rocking movement. Pull that leg in and hold for a moment. Get a good stretch. And then let's place that foot right across the upper thigh. Put your hand on your knee and gently bounce that hip, bounce the knee up and down. Good. Let's take this bent leg, lay it across the straight leg. Some of you are keeping the bottom leg straight. Some of you are tucking the bottom leg under. Either variation is great. Inhale, as you exhale, lean forward. And focus on your breathing. That's about 3 breaths. And 4. 5. Good. And then slowly come back up. That's under the legs. Stretch your legs out. Rock your feet in and out a few times, side to side. Good. All right, let's open both legs out onto the floor. And in this posture, you may want to sit on your folded blanket or towel. So for example, when you sit in this pose, if you fall back a little bit, if it's difficult to sit up straight, then use that blanket or towel or pillow underneath your seat, okay? When you do that, you kind of raise yourself up a little bit. It makes it much easier to stretch. And then you're going to come forward into the posture. So you're kind of leaning into the stretch. And then I want you to move gently from side to side. So you're kind of stretching over one leg and then the other. Okay. So as you're moving through your yoga postures, all right, don't worry so much about how far you go in a pose or whether you can touch your toes or not. That doesn't even matter. It's how do you feel, right, in the posture. So notice where you're feeling the stretch and focus with your breath. You might be able to relax and go just a little deeper into the posture. Good. Work your way back to center. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. Help your feet in. So the butterfly pose, you're going to bring the soles of the feet together, gently bounce your knees a little bit. Good. And then we're going to lean forward in the butterfly pose. If it feels good to rest your arms on your legs, you might even gently press down. That's a real gentle stretch. Okay, lean forward and stretch. Good, and then bring your chest up, help your knees in, stretch your legs out in front of you and just rock those feet. All right, so we're gonna come down onto the floor now and do some floor exercises. So if you want extra padding under your back, go ahead and stretch your blanket out or towel, and then bring yourself down onto your back by drawing, so come on down carefully and bring your knees in at the same time. And go ahead and relax onto your back. I'm just going to adjust my camera for you. Okay. Once you're on your back, draw those knees in. You can even kind of clasp your hands across your legs and rock just a little bit from side to side. Okay. Take a deep breath here and really just kind of let go of all that tension down your spine. Good. Another nice exercise on your back is to place the feet down on the mat and open your feet wide. So your knees are bent, feet are on the mat, and you're going to have one foot to either edge of your mat. And then just drop that right knee down towards your left foot and hold. And bring your knee back to center. Let your left knee drop down towards your right foot and hold. And then back and forth. Back and forth, just dropping one knee and then the other knee. Nice, gentle stretch. You'll feel it across your upper thighs. You'll feel it in the lower back. Good, and let's bring those knees back to center and put your feet hip distance now. So feet are firmly on the mat. Press your back into the mat, press your feet down, raise your hips up into a nice bridge pose and just hold. And inhale, as you exhale, roll down slowly. And go ahead and draw your knees into your chest. Good, let's do that again. Feet on the mat, hip distance apart, arms by your side. And raise your hips up. And hold. And inhale, as you exhale, roll down slowly. And draw your knees into your chest and relax. Good. Keep the knees tucked in. Open your arms out to your sides with the back of the hands on the mat, so your palms are floor with your palms facing upward. And you're going to lower your legs to your left all the way down to the floor. Let your knees rest on the floor and let the feet rest on the floor. And then turn your head and look out over your right hand, and this will help draw that shoulder down. You can take your left hand, place it on your right knee, and gently draw down to increase the stretch. Go ahead and close your eyes here if you like, and just relax for a moment. And take a slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Good. With an inhale, bring your knees to center. Exhale, let's go over to the other side. So you're going to lower your legs to the right, Turn your head, look out towards your left hand and stretch. And you can put your right hand on your left knee and gently draw down. Breathe. Good, and then go ahead and bring your knees back up to center. All right, you're going to stretch yourself all the way down onto your mat. Go ahead and stretch yourself out. Let your arms rest by your sides with your palms facing upward. Rock your feet in and out a few times and just let your feet fall right out to the sides. Rock your head gently from side to side and then bring your head back to center. Close your eyes softly, take a nice deep breath. This is called Shavasana. This is our full body relaxation pose. So eyes are closed softly, and I'm gonna talk you through a full body relaxation again, just like at the beginning of class. So begin by relaxing from the top of the head, relax down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax through the nose and the cheeks, the corners of your mouth, relax your jaw. Relax down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen, through the lower back. Relax from the hips all the way down your legs to your feet and your toes. And now inhale and exhale deeply. You can count again the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale, even out your breath. And now relax again through the toes and feet. Relax your lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Relax through the hips, the pelvis, the abdomen, your lower back. Relax your heart center, your chest, your lungs, your upper back, from the shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. And then back up through the shoulders, relax through your neck, throat, your face, all the way up through the top of your head.
And now slowly bring your awareness back to the body by moving your fingers, moving your toes. And as you come out of your relaxation, you can draw your knees into your chest and relax your back. And then just roll to your side for a moment. You can rest on your side. Good. And then you can bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. All right. So we're going to end this Hatha Yoga portion, the exercise portion of your class, by just bringing the hands to the heart for a moment. Mentally to yourself, you can set an intention for the day. I like to do that at the end of my practice. Well, actually, every morning I do that. So for me, today, my intention will be that it's easy, my day is easy, and my day is peaceful, right? And so you can set that intention. You can also, I like to also think of other people in my life that could use some of that peace and ease. So you can certainly gift it to them as well, some of your yoga peace. Good. And then eyes are open. Namaste. All right. So for those of you that need to go about your day, you've got a little window hopefully between your next meeting. And I want to wish you a really great day, really great week. Every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock, I have this gentle yoga, so you're welcome to join in. And if you want to go to the Candice Rose Yoga on YouTube, I have all these videos there. Those of you that would like to stay and do maybe 10 or 15 minutes of pranayama and a meditation, feel free to stay. I'll teach you some breathing techniques and we'll sit for a little bit. All right, so have a good day. All right. So those of you that want to stay or have the time to stay, we want to get into a comfortable seated posture. You can sit in a chair, but if you sit in a chair, you still want to put something under your hips so that you're sitting with a nice straight back, and you want your feet on the floor, mainly just so like your legs don't fall asleep. If you want to be comfortable. But if you're sitting on the floor, I fold my blanket pretty thick because my hips get tight. I get uncomfortable sitting on the floor, but having a thicker blanket helps me. You can also stretch a leg out if you need to. Okay. Just really the most important thing is that you're not, for meditation, you don't want to lay down because you'll slip into sleep, and we're trying to not necessarily, we don't really want to go to sleep, but you also want to just be able to sit with a nice straight back so it's easier to breathe. Kind of a practical thing, okay? Arms can rest with the hands either in your lap, or you can put them on your knees. You can even touch your thumb and first finger together, do a little mudra, and do something like that. Okay. All right, so breathing can help take you into a more relaxed state and can help bring you into a meditative state. And one of my favorite techniques is called the alternate nostril breath, which is ultimately where you're closing off one side of your nose at a time, breathing in and out of one nostril at a time. And what that will do is it'll help to eventually open up both sort of channels, right? Nasal passages, if you will, so that the air flows freely to the brain. And especially if you're congested, this will help you to feel more balanced and help you to sort of relax into your meditation. It's kind of a sequence of 3 on one side, 3 on the other, if that makes sense. The easiest way to do this is just let me talk you through it. So the way that I do this is, you can see my palm here, is I'm going to tuck my first 2 fingers down, right? The thumb, so turn your hand towards your face, the thumb closes off the right nostril, and the inside of your ring finger will close off the left nostril. If that is uncomfortable for your hand, you can do it with the thumb on your right nostril and your pointer finger. You can also do it like this. The pointer finger can close it. So you can do it that way. It doesn't really matter. All right, so go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale through both nostrils. Close your left one with your finger and exhale through the right. Close your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through the left. Close your left nostril, exhale right. Close your right nostril, inhale left. Close your left one, exhale right. And close your right nostril, inhale left. And now exhale through your left nostril, keep that open. And now close it and inhale right. Close your right one, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Close the right nostril, exhale left. And close the left one, inhale right. And now let your hand come down and just exhale and inhale evenly through both nostrils and notice how you feel. It should feel a little easier to take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. As your breath starts to quiet and slow down, your mind won't be as busy. And now we're just going to sit quietly and allow yourself to continue to focus on your breath. So the mind can be busy at times, right? Thoughts are moving through the mind. And so we're going to give the mind something to focus on. So to yourself, you can quietly count the length of your inhale and count the length of your exhale. And eventually you might almost forget to count. You'll be in a very relaxed, peaceful place. And then at any point, if you notice that your mind has wandered and you're focusing on your thoughts, bring it back again to the breathing and back to the counting. And what I'm going to do is for about 10 minutes, we'll sit until about 10 o'clock, and then I'm just going to quietly turn off the class so you can continue to meditate if you choose. So I'm not going to interrupt that.